So I just wanted to jump on here and share with you a few cool little success stories that I've experienced recently, just to remind you that yes, this does work. This is how it works, and we all need those successes to remind us sometimes. So that's what we're doing today. Stick around. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel, and if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and even better, put a comment in the comment box below. My name is Hedley, and I'm a qualified life coach specializing in the amazing and powerful, incredible, wonderful, magnificent teachings of the law of assumption as originally taught by the wonderful Neville. It is the stories that we tell that create our reality, so make sure you are telling the best stories. If you would like support with that, I am available for one-to-one law of assumption coaching. I also have a free Set Yourself Up with the Ultimate Self-Concept course, which is available for download now, and my new book, I Am Money, Assume a New Story and Enjoy More Money, which will turn your story of money into a love story so that you can enjoy much more of it. You'll find all of those details in the box below this video or at my website, youaretheone.com.au. So I just wanted to share these super cool, just little, but not really, because every success is just a success. But I wanted to jump on and share with you these 3 success stories that I experienced recently, which were just super cool. I just love them. I just love this work. And I love it when reality reflects back what I'm doing in consciousness, because as we know, it doesn't always, even though this is the way it works, always, sometimes what we're doing in consciousness is sometimes not what comes back in reality. Because we can't see the assumptions that are currently running in our subconscious, and that is why we need our reality, because reality is the subconscious. Oh, hello, Dora. Oh, hi, Bubba. It's time for her walk, but I'll just do this quickly. But yeah, sometimes reality doesn't always reflect back what we think we're doing in consciousness, because our subconscious assumptions are just more dominant. So we need our reality to reflect back what's going on in our subconscious, because that's way we get command over the story. As long as we think reality is happening outside of us and to us, we have no command of the story. So we need reality as the reflection. And of course, we need those success stories. So these are 3 cool ones that happened to me recently. I'll start with the first one. As some of you would know, I'm in the process of recording the audio version of I Am Money, which I absolutely loved. The reason being that every time I turn my attention to this book, whether it was writing it or recording it, money comes into my reality, generally within 24 hours, but sometimes within 48 hours. In this case, it was a 24-hour turnaround. So I recorded one part of the book on Monday, this is a couple of weeks ago, and on the Tuesday, I just had a massive day of sales. So a lot of new clients booked in, a lot of people bought the book. So it was just a big day for my business, and that came the following day after recording I Am Money. And that has happened consistently through the writing and the creating of this book. Now, I wrote this book for me predominantly, because my traditional, I want to say my automatic story of money was one of stress and anxiety. Even though I always had money, I always had stress and anxiety associated with it, and I was so bored of that. I was bored of it that I was like, I'm just going to have to write a book, and I'm going to have to write myself into a new story with money, and the easiest way for me to do that is to write a book. So that is what I did. I wrote this book for me because I needed to change my story. I wanted to come into a completely different story with money. And I have to say, even though I still have to stay up to date with it. So I actually come back and I read my own book. I know that sounds wacky, but I do, because I wrote it for me, and it helps me remember who I am and what money is in my reality. But of course, I do forget as well. We're all human, and we have bouts of amnesia, and we react to reality, and we forget, and then we get all stressed and anxious, and then we go, oh shit, okay, cool, and then we wake up again, and then we remember again, and it's a process. But I will say, the more you remember, the longer those periods of remembering will last, and the less and less you fall into amnesia. So that was one. The second one was just the other day. I went walking with my beautiful girl Dora, and we went around the streets, and I bumped into a friend of mine that I met on the dog beach, and we just bump into each other occasionally. and I hadn't seen her in a really long time. And I said, how are you? She said, oh, I'm not really well. My back's been really bad. I haven't been able to work. I've had to work from home. I haven't been able to walk my dog. Like, the story wasn't a great story. And as I walked home after seeing her, I placed I am in front of her name. We'll call her Susan, even though that's not her name, but I am Susan, and my back is healed, it's whole, it's complete. I'm supported, because any back problems is around support and feeling unsupported. So I am Susan, and I am supported, I am strong, I am holding myself up, I am upright, I am feeling great. It was super quick. I just did it once as I walked home, but I really put my conscious awareness into holding her and her back in the highest version that I could possibly imagine. I just did it once. I then saw her a couple of days later, just a couple of days, and I said, how are you? She looked so different, completely different. And she goes, oh my God, I'm great. My back's completely healed. I'm back at work. And it was like, just, you know, that was just a couple of days later. She was looking completely different. And I was like, amazing, awesome, wow, that's super cool. The other story that I wanted to share was, there was this dog that had got lost called Lucy, and there were all the posters around the street. I'd seen them for quite a while, and I'd also seen a post on Facebook to say that this dog had been lost. Now, I had forgotten about all this. I just walked past the posters, didn't think anything. I thought, oh, that's sad, but otherwise I just kept walking. I also kept my eye out, you know, just in case. And then I remembered, of course, oh my God, as I was walking home one day, I went, I am Lucy, and I am found, I am home and safe and sound. And I just kind of repeated that to myself as I walked back up the hill to my place, got home, completely forgot about it, went on to Facebook. This is less than an hour later. The first post I saw on Facebook was, no kidding, a photo of Lucy. Up the top it said, Lucy is home, safe and sound. The post on Facebook reflected my little poem that I had made on the walk home, and that was less than an hour after. Here's the thing with these things. Did I create these events in reality? No. All I did was select the potential from an infinite field of potential outcomes. I selected, using my awareness, on the ideal outcome in these scenarios, and I affirmed it using I am, because everything is an expression of I am, and then I forgot about it, got on with my life. Now, I do find doing this for other people is so much easier because I don't have any resistance to these things happening for others. With myself, sometimes I have to deal with some negative, unconscious, subconscious assumptions that I didn't know were there. But for others, there is no resistance. There are no negative assumptions with my friend having a good back, or her back healing, or Lucy the dog being found. So it is actually, I find, and I know that this is just an assumption, I do find it is easier to manifest for others, and by manifest, all I'm doing is selecting the ideal outcomes. Remember, there's infinite potentials, infinite possibilities occurring, always, all at once, right now. And whichever story you're telling, whichever one you're focusing on, is the one that you're going to keep getting reflected back. As long as I kept believing that Lucy was still lost, and I kept looking at the posters going, oh, that's sad, blah, 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 walk on, I'm not changing anything. Soon as I remembered who I was, I put, I am Lucy, I'm found, I'm home, safe and sound, and bang, Lucy's home, safe and sound. So I just wanted to share those. They're kind of cool. Have a play with it. Play with it for others. Give it a go for manifesting for others. If you hear somebody is sick, affirm that they're well. Put I am in front of their name. Affirm I am well, and I'm healthy, and I'm strong. Do it all internally. I did not tell anyone that this is what I have done. Even after they affirmed the reality back to me, I'm like, oh great, that's awesome, well done. I just do it within myself. Then it gets reflected back. I feel a beautiful, juicy sense of accomplishment and achievement, and I go about my day. It's just beautiful, and it just feels good as well. Especially feels good when your reality reflects these back. So strangers, people that you don't know really well, or that you've just met, like acquaintances, colleagues, people that you don't have any real resistance or any kind of emotional engagement with, anything like that can be really easy to work with or to start with, and then you can move on to those relationships that are a little bit closer to home. Anyway, more to talk about on that one. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. I will look forward to seeing you next week. As always, please remember, you are the amazing creators of your reality. You are the superstars of your show. You are the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in your movie. What you assume to be true will be so. So assume the best for you. Assume the best for everyone in your movie too, and you will have an amazing life. And this is my wish, my vision, and my prayer for you. Again, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, give it a thumbs up, even a comment if you're feeling like commenty, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.